So feet hip width apart, toes straight ahead, sitting bones down, hips nice and open, bottom ribs toward your spine and up, shoulders down and relaxed. And reach your head toward the ceiling. And just focus inward with the breathing, inhaling, drawing energy and awareness down, letting your belly expand as you breathe, diaphragm dropping as those lungs fill. Exhale, empty completely, and just allow your awareness to release anything other than your yoga practice. And we'll inhale, arms to shoulder level, stretch through your fingertips and your head. Exhale, hands to your heart. Stretch to the front, keeping your shoulders down. And then exhale, your hands behind, fingertips clasp, and lift your heart. Exhale, pivot at your hips and come on over and let that lower back start stretching. So tuck in your chin, bring your hands toward your head. Just let your shoulders begin working a little bit more. We're going to do quite a bit with them today. And then knees bent, chin in, wind your way slowly up, feeling those bones moving along all the length of your spine, coming into that chest area high, and head back for an upper body back fold. Lengthen and breathe. And then on an inhalation, come upright, release your arms, just feel that circulation a little bit more through the heart. And again, inhaling, reach out. Exhale to your heart. Stretch to the front. Shoulders staying down. Exhale, hands behind you, clasping the opposite way. Other finger outside. Lengthen back through the top of your head, lifting your heart. Pivot at your hips, and again, just reach into that. Arms toward the ceiling, head toward your legs position. And again, just lift the sitting bones, relax ribs toward your thighs. And then inhale and slowly work your way up. Heart toward the ceiling, head back, shoulders down. And again, just keep lengthening through the whole spine. And then inhale and come up, release your arms. And again, just take a moment, feeling how your body is responding. And then our side stretch, arms out, palms toward the ceiling and over your shoulders. Clasp your hands, bring your arms back near your ears, sitting bones down, ribs in and up. Exhale into that side stretch, reaching out through the fingertips and the top of your head. Press the foot you're leaning away from down. Get those ribs open, breathing into that side that's stretching. And then inhale, coming up, and release, opposite hand clasp overhead. Arms by your ears, stretch up, and again, with no twist, go ahead and lean to the side, get those ribs apart. Stretch out through the hands and the head while you push that foot you're leaning away from down. A little bit more lengthening through the oblique. And then inhale, coming up. Exhale, back to mountain. And again, just feel your spine and your sides. And arms out, palms toward the ceiling, over your head. And clasp your arms, elbows. Arms by your ears, elbows and head reach up as your sitting bones go down and twist. So go ahead, weight on both feet, a little bend to your knees if you need it. Stretch up and exhale over. And just deepen as far into that forward bend as you like. And again, just relax, coming into that position. Keep your arms near your ears and slowly staying in your twist, work your way back up. Heart high, elbows back, looking toward the ceiling, shoulder blades still toward your waist, and your whole body opening through the whole front. And then inhale up, exhale toward the center, and switch the other arm in front. Shoulder blades down, ribs in and up, stretch your spine apart, and exhale into your twist. And again, lengthen, breathing in, pivot over, coming onto that other side. And again, as far into that forward bend on this side as your body wants. See if you can keep the weight on both feet. See if you can keep the toes spread. You can bend the knees a little if you'd like. Relax, elbows toward the floor. And then keeping your arms next to your ears as you come back up in the twist. Look toward the ceiling as you lift your heart. Pull your elbows back even further. And stay in that upper back, not the lower back for the twist. And again, just breathe into it, lengthening through your whole body. And at an inhalation, come back up, turn to the center, arms up. Let's go to shoulder level, hands, palms toward the floor, pivot at the hips, and just come as parallel as you can to the floor. Hips and sitting bones back, crown forward, and shoulder blades still toward your waist. And then just drop into ragdoll and hang. Let that lower back get a little more stretch. Pull in if you want with the hands behind your legs, coming a little deeper. And then releasing your arms to the front, just letting them hang, chin in, knees bent as you wound all the way up into mountain pose. So just take a moment there. Feel your body. Get your core connected. So remember those bottom ribs go toward the spine and then up toward your heart. So you feel that whole core area getting a little bit more activated and supporting your spine. We're going to go from our mountain pose into a forward bend. And then we're just going to walk our hands forward and come into down dog position. So as you get your hands forward, just find your position where your arms and ears align, your shoulders and ears align, and your sitting bones go up. So wrists, elbows, shoulders, and hips all line up. Sink down through the heels, and then bend one knee and push the other heel toward the floor. A little hamstring stretch on that straight leg. And then unbend the knee and bend the other one and do the same. So a little stretch through the hamstring. And you want to make sure that that chest is coming back toward your legs and the top of your head, crown is reaching toward your hands. And those heels then both sink toward the floor. And those sitting bones go up toward the ceiling and wall behind you. And you get as straight a line through your upper body as you can. And then we're going to slowly pivot forward and flip your toes over and come into up dog. So a little strenuous on the wrists on this one because you keep the knees lifting toward the ceiling as you drop the hips toward but not to the floor. Chest forward and up, crown toward the ceiling, and just as much into that as you can. If you need to drop your knees to the floor, feel free to do that. That's just an extended cobra. And then lengthening up through the crown, lift the hips just a little bit more. Get that core connected. Get those ribs up toward your spine. And then drop your knees down and sink back into child's pose. Circle your wrists. And take a moment to relax. So feel your whole body. Let that spine get a good stretch. And feel that broadening across your shoulders as you're in child's pose. We want to keep that broadening as we do the next few things that we're going to do today. So bring your hands out in front and just pivot up into table position. So wrists, elbows, and shoulders lined up. Remember, if you need to, you can unbend the wrists. We're not going to be here very long. So knees right under your hips, feet straight back. And we're going to do a few things for the upper shoulder area today. So we're going to come, instead of on the hands, onto the elbows. So bring your elbows right where the heels of your hands were, so that your elbows are right under your shoulders, with your knees and hips and feet still lined up behind you. And then we're going to bend your right hand behind your left elbow. So it's like a half a square with your forearms. And then slide that left hand way forward. And then drop that shoulder down toward your hand as you sink your hips back toward your heel. You'll feel a real stretch through that shoulder on the left side. So just keep that armpit area dropping, dropping, dropping toward the floor. And then if that feels okay, just relax and bring your forehead down toward your arm or the floor. And just sink back through your hips toward the heel behind you, heels behind you. And let that whole side of your body get a good stretch through the whole length of that shoulder and arm. And then inhaling, lift your head, slide your elbow back under your shoulder, and pivot that other hand back out. So just take a moment, feel the difference on the two sides, and we're going to do the opposite one. So left hand behind the right elbow, slide the right hand way forward. So you're planting that whole palm, fingers spread, getting that whole front hand down. And then just sink through the shoulder as you push your hips slightly back toward the heels. And again, just allow that whole arm area, shoulder area to sink toward the floor. And bring your forehead down toward your forearm of your left arm. And again, you can bring it further toward the floor if that works for your body as you sink your hips even further back toward your heels. So just keep letting that shoulder come as far down toward the floor as you want. And then inhaling, lift your head, slide your elbow back and the other hand back out. And again, just feel your body and sink again into child's pose and release those shoulders, bringing your hands back next to your feet and to the floor. Take a moment there and breathe. You can separate those knees or you can bring them together and get a little more stretch in your low back, remember. And then we're going to bring the hands back out to the front and again back up onto table position, hands and knees. And once again, after you get your alignment correct, bring your elbows down to the floor. Hands, palms down, spread the fingers, and make sure those elbows are right under your shoulders. And the heels are straight back from your knees, and the knees are under your hips. And then we're going to be a puppy. So your tail, your puppy tail, is going to stay in the air. And we're going to slide forward just like a happy puppy, bringing your chest as much down toward the floor as you can, but spread out through your shoulders and shoulder blades. So if that's uncomfortable, you can move those hands a little bit further over to the sides and relax. So keep the chin sliding forward and the face facing forward. And you can tuck slightly if you need to for the back of your neck. But we want to keep the puppy tail in the air as that chest comes as far toward the floor as it feels comfortable. And then breathe and relax. So chest really down toward the floor. Feel that heart area open. And then slide your hands slightly back, elbows down. And again, just all the way back into child's pose and relax. Hands at your sides, shoulders coming down. And take a moment there, just feeling your shoulders spreading a little bit more apart. Take a breath and relax. And then bring your hands once more out in front. Yep, pivot up, and we're going to be on our hands and knees this time for a while. So get everything lined up. Get those bottom ribs up, supporting your lower back. And allow your fingers to spread and the whole bottom of your hand, palm of your hand and fingers really connected. So come up onto your fingertips, press the knuckles down, the base of the fingers down, the heel of the palm down, the whole support through your hands. Wrists under your elbows and elbows lined up with your shoulders. So as we're in this position, if you need to, remember, you can put that thumb inside and unbend the wrist. Let's start strengthening the wrists with those hands really connected. And then the chest forward and up slightly, and the head reaching away from the sitting bones, and the sitting bones going back toward your heels. And then we're going to take the right knee forward and the forehead down toward your right knee, rounding through that upper back. And then inhaling, slide that leg back, bring it up to hip level, rotate your face forward, crown toward the ceiling, shoulders spreading apart, shoulder blades toward your waist. And remember that core is active, supporting your lower back. And then bring the knee back toward your forehead and the forehead in toward your knee. And then knee back to the floor and into table position. So just take a moment feeling how that spine is working, how those shoulders are. Remember, if you need to circle your wrist, feel free to do that. And we'll do the other side. So again, coming into your table starting position, core active, everything stretching and lengthening your spine, and then bringing the left knee forward and the forehead toward your knee, rounding up through your spine, and sliding that leg back up to hip level, looking forward, crown toward the ceiling, shoulder blades toward your waist, and spreading across the shoulders away from each other. And then again, exhale, bring that knee in, forehead toward the knee, rounding, and back to table position. Circle your wrist if you need to. Find your position in table, get that core activated, and breathe. So then we're going to do both knees together. No, just kidding. We're going to do the same thing again, just a little different. So once again, find your table position. Exhaling, right knee and forehead toward each other. And then inhaling, again, leg to hip level and looking forward, opening across the heart, spreading across the shoulders. Roll that right leg in, bend your knees so the bottom of your foot is straight up toward the ceiling. And we're going to come a little bit deeper into the back bend. So chest forward and up, crown toward the ceiling, and bring your foot higher up. And then lowering that knee back to hip level, straighten the leg out. And exhale, forehead and knee toward each other one more time. And back to table position. So again, resituate yourself if you need to, because we're of course going to do that on the other side. So circle your wrists, do whatever you need to get everything ready, core activated. And again, spreading out through the fingers, whole palms supporting you. Exhale, forehead and left knee toward each other. And again, inhaling, bring that leg out hip level and look forward, crown up, chest forward, shoulders, shoulder blades toward your waist and shoulders away from each other. And again, roll the left knee, left leg in as you bend the knee and bring that foot straight up toward the ceiling. And again, as much lengthening as you can through the sitting bones and the crown, and then lift the knee and the head a little bit more into a little bit further back bend, opening the heart. And then knee to the hip level, straighten the leg. And exhale, forehead and knee toward each other. And then knee back into place in table position. And then again, sinking your hips toward your heels, circle those wrists, and bring them next to your feet. Forehead down, just relax in child's pose. Take a moment and breathe. And then inhale, sit up on your legs or your heels and slide off. Bring your feet forward into staff position. Get everything lined up. Remember that upper body is nice and straight, core activated. Knees up toward the ceiling, toes up toward the ceiling, and we're going to roll all the way down onto the floor. So just take a moment as you get into your reclined integration. Slide those sitting bones slightly toward your heels. Get that sacrum a little bit deeper into the floor. And just take a moment. We're going to bring the arms up overhead at shoulder level. Keep the feet hip-width apart. Inhale, arms right above your shoulders. Lead with your heart and bring your upper body up into your seated position. Pivot at your hips, reach for your toes. And then again, sitting back up into your staff position. So feel that core a little bit more activated. And then bring your hands under your shoulders behind you so that the fingertips are going toward your hips, maybe slightly out from your hips so that your wrists are under your shoulders. And we're going to go into reverse plank. So for reverse plank, what we want to do is, again, get those hands really connected into that surface beneath you. So up on the fingertips, down through the knuckles, the base of the fingers, and the palms, heels of the palms are really connected. And then pressing into your hands, straightening your elbows, lift your hips, look up, and see if you can bring the bottoms of your feet to the floor. So your whole upper body and lower body are all in a straight line. So ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, and your head, everything lined up. So keep rotating those hearts open and the hips up. Take a breath. And exhaling, slowly lower the hips back down. And when the sitting bones connect, come back up into staff position. So again, just feel the core a little more active. Feel your shoulders maybe a little bit more activated as well. And once more, core active. We're just going to slowly roll down onto the surface beneath you. And reclined integration, just relax. So take a moment there, breathing, feeling your body, getting ready for our twist. So bring the shoulder blades down toward your hips, shoulders to the mat, hands, palms up out at shoulder level, and feet hip width apart, toes up toward the ceiling. And then again, sliding the sitting bones slightly further toward your heels. So bending your knees, get that lower back connected. And then either bending your knee and raising one leg, your right leg, or bringing that right leg straight up. We want it as perpendicular to the floor as it wants to go. So remember, personal practice, go where your body is willing to go. Kind of press out through the heel, get that whole leg activated. And we're going to roll all the way over to the left side, bringing the foot down to the floor and the hands together in front of you for our twist. So the foot comes down, the hands are together, you're all the way on your left side, and then bring your foot up toward your left hand. Hold it if you can, or hold your leg with your left hand. Keep your head on the floor so you're not overworking your neck. Pat under it if you need to. And bring your right hand above your shoulder to the ceiling, palm open toward the front. And then with the back of your hand, lower it right at shoulder level, down toward the floor behind you. So holding your foot or your leg in front of you with your left hand, your right hand is coming down toward the floor. It may not make it, it may stay in the air if that middle back is tight. Just let it relax. Remember, exhale. And release the ligaments, let gravity pull that hand if it wants to, but don't force it. When your twist is ready, it happens. Keep your head turning for that neck and shoulder twist, and just let the hand and shoulder come toward the floor a little bit more behind you whenever it's ready to do that. And you can push the foot in front of you away, getting a little bit more activity through that lower back in the twist if you want to. But don't overdo it because remember, twists are always personal practices. Do what's right for you. And then when you're ready to release, and of course hold those longer when you have a time on your own opportunity. As that leg gets all the way back up toward the ceiling, press out through the heel, get that core activated, and slowly lead with the heel, lowering the leg back to the floor. And whenever it touches, just totally relax for a moment, realign and reposition if you need to, and just relax. And of course, we need to twist the opposite direction. So again, shoulders and shoulder blades down, sitting bones slightly toward your heels, bending your knees, get the sacrum connected, and then the left leg up, either straight or bend it first and bring it up as high as it wants to go. Press out through the bottom of that foot, keep that core active, pressing down, and we're going to roll all the way this time to the right side. So again, foot coming down, hand coming over, touching the other hand, rolling onto your side, the whole head to the floor, and your whole body on your right side. If you can, bring that foot up into your hand, or hold the leg and bring your left arm right above your shoulder, looking up at it. So keeping your head on the floor, lower that left hand right at shoulder level. So remember, you don't want to bring it up toward your head or down toward your foot, but straight out behind you, letting that whole heart area get a good opening once more as you come into the twist. So take a breath, exhale, just relax into your twist, and to push the foot away from you into your hand or holding onto your leg, pushing it away, however much your twist wants this time. And again, let the hand and shoulder come down toward the floor as much as it wants in your twist. And again, just take a few breaths there, relaxing, and remember always, you can hold the twist much longer when you practice on your own, because it's always better in yoga to let those twist positions release the tension and ligaments along your spine and move deeper into those twists, bring all that activation along your spine. And then whenever you're ready to release, let go of your foot or leg, and again, roll onto your back, foot back up toward the ceiling, leg as straight as it can, core activated, and slowly lower the leg to the floor. And again, as you get that leg all the way down, go ahead into corpse position for our relaxation. So take a moment, just releasing and relaxing any tension. Kind of roll those thighs maybe toward each other a little bit, and then release and relax. Letting that whole lower body get a little bit of relaxation. Hands, palms up, slightly away from your hips, letting the shoulders roll toward the floor, shoulder blades toward your waist, letting that heart get a nice expansion, and then slide out through the shoulder blades, out through the sides of your body, and into corpse position. Take a few breaths there. Just letting your body sink, softening everything that needs to release. So lots of heart, shoulder area work today. Let that upper body just sink, melting into that surface beneath you. Relax your belly, soften the core. Slide the heels or sitting bones toward your heels for a little more sacrum connection if you'd like. And then just let your body go, sinking into that earth embrace, softening completely. And as your body relaxes, there's no need to think about your body anymore. Just let it relax completely. And as you're able to focus inward, breathing more deeply, just exhale any thoughts about your body, releasing any awareness, letting your body just deepen into the earth embrace. And as those thoughts of your body disappear, just know other thoughts will come to you. It's the job of your mind to keep producing thoughts. Just let those thoughts that come go as easily as your breath. Let the thoughts flow in and out without attention. No need for awareness of the past or anticipation of the future. Just let the thoughts release, floating away, disappearing, like a cloud floating past the horizon, out of sight, out of mind. And as your body relaxes and your mind drifts more freely, just allow your awareness to release both your body and your mind. Focus deeply into that peace within. Let the peace fill your body. Peace fill your mind. And just be peace. And if you want to stay relaxed for longer, feel free to do that. If it's time to bring energy and awareness back to the moment, preparing for your day ahead, just begin drawing more deeply in with your breath and your energy, reactivating your body as you need to, stretching gently, and as you breathe more deeply, stretching more fully whenever you're ready to do that. And when you're ready for your final yoga hug of appreciation, just slide those sitting bones toward your heels, bending your knees. Draw those knees toward your heart. Wrap your arms around for appreciative hugging. And let your body know you appreciate its yoga work today and the work it does for you every day. And when you're ready to release, just bring your feet back down, roll to the side, and sit back up, getting ready for whatever's ahead for you this time. Thanks for joining me.